I would say this to a newly diagnosed person: you don't need to do this alone. There are lots of great people out there, and if you do it together, it may not make the illness better, but it'll make you feel a whole lot better.
That's Ricky Lewis. She's living right now with Parkinson's disease, and I recently sat down with her to listen to her story and also learn about a program through the JCC and TGH helping people with Parkinson's in more ways than one.
I was one of the lucky ones, I think.
Why?
Because many people have Parkinson's for years before they're properly diagnosed.
Ricky Lewis remembers the day she was diagnosed.
May of 2022, and I know that because it was the day of my grandson's high school graduation.
We met Ricky before she went to her exercise therapy class. She tells me her neurologist recommended intense physical therapy and then a class like this.
Everything is amplified movements. It exaggerates the movements that Parkinson's tries to minimize.
Parkinson's disease is
Dr. Robert Hauser is a professor of neurology at USF. We talked about how this type of therapy benefits people like Ricky.
It helps keep their limbs mobile. Secondly, they learn to try to compensate for the small movement. They learn to exaggerate their movements, and that helps compensate. But also, there's some very interesting studies that show that exercise may actually slow the progression of disease when you look at things like brain imaging. So exercise is really, really important.
And the more you do that, the more your body gets used to doing it. These are things that a person without Parkinson's could do easily. But pretty much we're retraining the body to do the things that it should be doing anyhow.
This is one of many classes at the JCC geared toward people who live with Parkinson's.
2, nice big arms. 3, big open hands.
And I think I walk more normally now. And a lot of the weakness on the one side has just gotten better.
Ricky also boxes.
No, I really box, which is why I did the video, to prove it.
How much do you think these different classes that you've taken have really improved your outlook right now?
Tremendously, tremendously. I cannot fathom going through this alone. Sitting at home doing random exercises all by myself, I think would probably be very depressing.
And you know, at the same time, the patient we spoke with said that she didn't know which was better, the exercise or being with people who were experiencing the same type of symptoms. Do you see that as well?
Absolutely. Maintaining a network, maintaining social interaction is super important. So both of those things are very, very important for our patients.
I would say this to a newly diagnosed person: you don't need to do this alone. There are lots of great people out there, and if you do it together, it may not make the illness better, but it'll make you feel a whole lot better.
Ricky tells me she loves traveling with her husband, and they did have to cut it back a bit, but she is not letting her diagnosis sideline her.
I'm trying not to let it stop me from doing anything I like to do. That's the end game. Keep going.
Ricky is such an inspiration. She really just keeps on pushing through. And if you want to learn more about the programs offered through the JCC, also in partnership with TGH, I put a link on our website for you, abcactionnews.com.